Hey everyone! Hello! Hi guys, it's Clarissa from Momentum Works. Today with me I have my two Indonesian colleagues, Nurina and Nanette. Hi, what's up guys?
Hello.
Hello.
So today's topic we'll be talking about Gen Z and are they really the strawberry generation? And we as Gen Zers, Nanette, Nurina and me, we disagree and we feel that Gen Zers, we are not the strawberry generation. We have a lot of perseverance and we are a pretty strong generation. Yes, some of us are like this, but not all of us are like this. In fact, Narina, our colleague, has actually been through a lot, and yeah, she's really strong and she persevered a lot. So, Narina, do you want to share with us your story on how you overcame a recent adversity?
Yeah, sure. But the first thing that I want to probably clarify, the I think in some definitions or in some explanations that because I was born in 96, so some people consider it as a Gen Z. Some people are going to classify the 96 people that born in 96 is more on the millennial sides, but I would say it's like early generation Z. I think the transitions, but I got a lot of not message, but I read it anywhere, so they easily classified us. I think like the early we've been working for like 1 to 3 hours, right? Sorry, 1 to 3 years. So this and then this, I would say like not old people, but the previous generation would say that, oh, this is like these generations, especially those in my age, in Nanette's age, your age is like cry baby, like easily
Mm,
crying, and then when you got like many stuff to do and they give you tasks and then you just keep complaining, something like that, right?
mm, mm,
But
mm.
the thing is, probably that's just because the older generation have a different way of living. It's just really different for us, right? Because we connect with gadgets like all the time, and then your mom is going to be, where are you on your phone like all the time? Why don't you do your thing, stuff like that? And
Mm.
they will just, yeah, they will just blame us for being the younger one. That's why this like the strawberry generation is the term is resurfacing, like, okay, like we're the cray baby in
Mm.
the word one. So I think that's not true, because we're just different, because we live in we grow up in a different time. That's just makes us different. But if they say that we are easily praised and then easily, you know complaining and so weak, they told us many times that kayak in Indonesian they kalau kayak lemah banget sih gitu, dikit-dikit apa namanya kayak dikit-dikit
Dikit-dikit nangis.
dikit-dikit nangis, dikit-dikit komplain, dikit-dikit ngadu di Twitter atau di Facebook, kayak you bring a lot of stuff like complaining on your social media, stuff like that, right?
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
just not true. But the thing is, they never knew what we have been through, and they didn't know how we cope up with those things. Probably this is just like our coping mechanisms with complaining. Maybe some
Mm.
people do that. Yeah, but recently, I think early on January, I got infected with COVID-19. That's really bad.
Mm.
And the worst thing is I was in my hometown, which like limited access to healthcare and everything. It's very different in Jakarta. Then when I am negative, I come back to Jakarta. Then my place, like, there is this heavy flood in my place. But when these people expect me to like just crying or complaining stuff, I I manage not to do it. But I am still working, I think. I just took like several days off when I got positive for COVID-19, and then I keep on working on the projects that I have. Just this is also one of the coping mechanism that I have. I need to occupy myself with something else, because other than that, I will just complain or get stressed out with the flood and with the infection and such. So
Actually, Nurina, I heard that when you were caught in the flood, you got your photo taken. Is that true? Can you share about it more with us?
yeah, so it was like actually my older place is not like getting the flood coming through the house, etc. But we just trapped in that area, and there's no electricity. That's why I decided to just give it a go. Like, okay, I'm going to escape it now. But the thing is, the rescue team was not there to pick me up, so I need to just walk in the flood to escape the area, right? And then when I was walking, there's this there I saw like two people. I saw two people holding their cameras, and they are really like in front of me. They snap their pictures. Sorry, they snap their what is it? They camera at me, and they took like several pictures. So I also saw like I think a TV station as well near the place where I walk. So I'm not sure, because I didn't have any television. I didn't have the streaming or something like that. I didn't watch television, so I don't know whether there is this footage of me walking in the water in the national television. I don't know, but
Probably
yeah,
yes.
because probably yes, probably yes,
Probably yes.
but
This is not in the Indonesian TV news, stuff like that.
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is that
Okay.
the photo is on the internet. So I got the flood in Jakarta updates from Twitter, because they're like the news coming in like in every minutes. That's why I tried to search banjir plus the area that I've been living. So and then I saw that here's a pictures compilations of the flood in Jakarta in the Kemang
Victims.
area, something like that. It's like a compilations, it's compilations. And when I opened, I saw myself there. I was like, what the hell is this? When I wanted to, I am very selective to upload my photo in my social media, right? If you go to my Instagram, you will hardly find my photo, my portrait there. So when this pictures is on the internet and everyone can access it, and I was in the flood, I was like, okay, that's pretty amusing, I guess. But then also, when pictures are clothing online, and then they will just pick anything and then put it on any articles. So my friend who helped me to escape this flood told me that that picture was uploaded somewhere else, and as an illustrations of the flood victims in Jakarta. But the article is completely different. It's in a different area. I was like, oh my god, why is it like this?
Okay. So it's kind of like a media manipulation, huh?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it happens a lot. But it's I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a blessing to get the flood. I mean, to experience all of that. But now that I have moved out and to think back about the past experience about the COVID and then about the flood as well, it was like, oh wow, I have been through this a lot. It's been like two months in 2021. I was like 2021 was like 2 months. The first was COVID, and in the February I got like flood. So
Wow.
So
I,
2021 has not been good for you so
no,
far.
not yet.
So
So
it
far, not yet.
makes you think what's gonna happen in March, huh?
I know. Yeah, but the thing is when you have passed those two, I mean, like, COVID was worse because the effect after COVID, I still I still have the side effect up to now. And then it was pretty difficult for me. And then when there is this flood coming in the February, I was like, oh my god. And then Yerlin always said, what doesn't kill you
Makes you
makes you
stronger.
stronger. So I was like,
Mm,
okay, bring it on.
okay. Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong, but at the time of the flood, you actually had to release an app, right? You were rushing a deadline, correct?
Yes, because it was on weekend. So the flood was happening on Friday to Saturday night. So it's like early Saturday, and I have to release the app on Monday, I believe.
I
It should be
see, I
on
see.
Monday. So the thing is, when I escaped my place, I didn't bring any of laptop or something like that. So I just bring my phone and my I think like just a pair of clothes. So I will just, yeah, and then I still need to release the community app that I've been working on, the project on the Monday. But yeah, thankfully that went well.
Wait. So you're telling me you had to do all the work on your phone and just your phone?
Yes, just my phone. Oh, no, I bring my tablet that time.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so there's only two devices. Okay, so I need, because I still need to test, because I used to test the apps during the weekend, something like that. So I test the app during the weekend, and then also needs to fix the dashboard, I believe. So stuff
Um,
like that. So yeah,
I see, I
it's been,
see. So, during that
yeah,
time,
after all of this stuff, that these devices, that the phones is actually helping me. When somebody told me, why the younger ones always on the phone? Yeah, I'm working on my phone.
yeah. So I think it's definitely, I mean, at this time of age, right, you have all the working apps on our phone. So sometimes when you
Yeah,
see a Gen Zer on their phone, they're not necessarily on a social media
So
complaining about
true. That's
something.
so
They
true.
might be working, like
yeah,
Nurina.
yeah. That's why this is like irritates me the most, is whenever my mom or my family or whoever is that, like the old people, telling me when I'm on my phone, always asking me, why are you always on your phone? I mean, like, why not?
Because our
Hello,
work is
excuse me.
because our work is all in our phone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they always connect this Gen Z with their phone. Is like the worst combination thing. They
Mm.
always frame it like that. Like, this phone is like bringing, what is it, like bringing a bad things to these people, like becoming lazy or what. So that's why. That's
Yeah,
the
and then
Yeah.
reason.
the other thing is that, like when you're like, working, and then you only brings a phone and then a laptop. They always said that you only bring that. You didn't bring like notebooks and stuff like that. It's like, why do we need a notebook? Like, we just need our laptop and our phone. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely a bit crazy how the older generation, they see us as this like phone only, laptop only, but actually it's all we need. We don't need a notebook. It's
Exactly. Yeah.
old fashioned. It's old fashioned. Like
Yeah.
I hope the workplace can soon evolve to whereby, like, even if I just bring a phone to a conference, they know that I'm working on my phone. Like, maybe like my laptop died or something, and I'm okay with just working my phone and I don't need a notebook.
Agree.
Yeah,
Agree. Agree.
yeah.
Totally agree.
I think it's just like a prejudice
It's
against
just an
Gen Zers.
efficiency.
Yeah, yeah. True, true, true. So can I ask, like, when you were down with COVID-19 and you were still working, were you able to, what like motivate you to continue like doing your job? Like, were you able, like, you, despite having a headache, was it hard for you to continue working? But and like what make you like still want to do it?
Uh yeah, I think it was very difficult because because the headache come and come and go, not like a constant one. So that's why I still manage to work in some occasions. It's like several hours per day. What motivates me, because there are 3 people in my home that got infected, and we cannot go outside. I think it's mandatory for like 2 weeks, and then if I do nothing, then what? If I do nothing, then what should I do? I mean, I was just like sit and then waiting for the 2 weeks to be over. It was like, I think it was it was stupid, because no, I cannot just sit and wait to test it negative. So I had to do something else. Other than that, because the work that I do here in the company is I consider it as a fun thing to do. That's why. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
another myth.
I
That's another myth to bust, right? Like for people saying that Gen Zs are the ones who only like waits and do nothing.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
That's
another myth that we bust that is not true. Like not all of us are like that. We also choose to work even though we have like a lot of like some what is it, like a blockage or some stuff like that. We still do things.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
if we go back to your point about how you say that everyone has a perception of Gen Z being like complain, complain. Yeah. So tick tick complain, tick tick bitch about everything. It's obviously not true because if
I mean,
you
Carissa, if you think about this, is that we our generation is being occupied with all of these platforms where you can complain. Probably the older generation also complains a lot, but they don't have the platforms to do the complaining.
right, so
But
it's
we
a
are able to do complaining in every kind of like our social media because it was there. But then yeah, probably our parents said that you complain a lot on social media. Yeah, of course they said that because they don't have social media at that time.
Yeah,
But
so
they
we grew
yeah,
up in a different environment, so it's completely fine.
true.
So I
Yeah.
think it's just a matter of difference of the environment and the time we grew up. So we don't complain as much. I feel like we complain as any normal human being do. It's just that when we
Yes,
complain on social media, we leave a mark and you can see the amount we complain. But our parents, they just complain through word of mouth, so there isn't really a mark for them.
that is
Yeah,
so true.
also I think we are more expressive than the older generations, because we
Mm.
exposed to, like, what is the first social media that I got? I think it's Friendster or something like
Oh,
that.
it was so long ago.
Wow.
I got
Yeah,
Yeah,
MySpace.
so
that's so long ago.
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
using MySpace
it
for
was
forever.
yeah, that's I think that's part of, like, the stepping the first level, getting like, okay, I want to express myself this way. That's why I think why the Gen Z is like, they easy to express themselves in the social media, that when the older generation perceive it as, yeah, you're so weak, you're complaining, because in my era, in my generation, it doesn't work that way, something like that. But yeah, I think we're just more expressive than them.
Yeah, I think it's just really biased for the other generation to criticize us because
Yeah.
like they didn't grow up in our shoes. Yes,
Yeah,
compared to your generation, your time, it's different, but times are different, and I don't think it's fair to compare us like this because the environment we grew up is different. So it's not fair. It's not the same environment. It's not the same time. So it's not a fair comparison.
Agree. I
yeah,
totally agree with that. And then by saying like when you said that Gen Zs are strawberries and stuff like that, I cannot say that. Okay, some of us probably yes. Some of us who's being like prompt a lot by pampered a lot by the parents. Probably yes, they are easily bruised. They don't want to do like like get their hands dirty. But you know that when you're working in a startup world, anywhere that you want to approach it, at some point you have to get your hands dirty. So by working in a startup too, I would a lot of Generation Z works in a startup, and then startup means that you cannot get your hands off the dirtiness. So you have to tuck in your shirt and then get your hands there. So I feel that way. So you cannot say that our generations is just strawberries.
Yeah, I think it's particularly true for us because all three of us, we do work in a startup environment, and
Yes.
we can definitely say we get our hands dirty a lot. So it's not fair for the other generation to say, "Oh, you guys are all strawberries." Then my fight back to that would be like, have you tried working in a startup before? Because it's a lot harder than you think, and the fact that three of us as Gen Zers, we are able to cope in this environment, in this startup environment. It means that not all Gen Zers are big strawberries.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, this was a really interesting discussion. Thank you so much, Nurina, for sharing your experiences that you had with COVID-19 and the flood. We wish you all the best for during March. And yeah, I hope everyone learns a bit more about Gen Z and how we are definitely not part of the strawberry generation. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you can, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment any of your questions to Momentum Works, and we'll answer it in a future video. Bye.
Bye.
Also, if anyone has seen Nurina on TV, please send us the link. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's so true.